Your favorite adventure.
Your favorite adventure.
Your favorite adventurer.
Your favorite adventure.
Your favorite adventure.
Your favorite adventure.
Or anywhere, for that matter. As long as it's you, got a camera, got a car, nice day, you're out somewhere. For me, it's this abandoned quarry. And it just does something for the soul. I want to take you on this journey. Must be near an airport. I've seen a lot of airplanes going overhead. All right, let's get to it. Okay, got a new tripod. Moving up in the world, just gotta figure out a better way to carry this thing. But yeah, Skytop Quarry. Couldn't find too much in-depth information apart from like a brief AI description from Google. But it opened in 1908, went through a lot of closures and reopenings till it finally closed in 1932, and then it was reopened. Oh, here comes the wind. This is a windy spot. But it reopened in 47, and then it finally closed permanently in the early 1980s, and it now is just one big park. Mostly for bikers, but I like to walk this. But if you were to walk around this place, you would find a bunch of old buildings, and I'll show you later. I found like an old, it's like a rock fort, presumably made by college students. We're located right behind Syracuse University. Tell you what, you have to really love biking to come out here and do a lot of this intense stuff. Now, this I would have assumed was an old stone crusher at one point. Trucks would back up from the grabbing stone all the way from the quarry over there, dump it into a grinder that's no longer here, and then these foundations would get crushed, and then there would be or the rock would be hauled on a conveyor belt all out that way to another building that's just over yonder. And there's some old foundation in here. I don't know if you can really see it, but the conveyor belt would come out this way. Hello, Satan. Continue heading out this way. And I know in the valley below there's another building, and I think it used to house like train cars. Train cars would come through there, pick up the stone, or for trucks, you know, travel, I don't know. We'll see more when we get down there. More old foundations, I assume for conveyor belts, because that one goes out there and there's a foundation right there. There must have been more. Must have been one huge connected processor. Why do I feel this is my sign to check out the new Lilo and Stitch movie? That's still an active part of the quarry, but the rest here, it's all abandoned and forgotten. And that building down there is where the conveyor belt, I would assume, I mean, it's got the old chutes still in there still. Fill up the cars and then off they went. Don't worry. Shouldn't be too concerned running into him here. But yeah, right there, and there is where the stone would come out, load into here. Huh. Now this side's wider, while this side's just slightly thinner. So I'm wondering if train and then maybe like 18-wheeler trucks went through here, or both, I don't know. There isn't really any remnants of what used to be a railway through here. Whew. That was a little skinny. But, hey. We made it. Probably dirty as hell. Alright. Whew. Okay. So, I couldn't physically lift myself up onto the roof. I thought it'd be easy, but I need to do some more upper body workout. Whew. Hi. Now, one can only assume that this was a garage at one point. Actually, the last time I was here, I took shelter from a prolonged heavy rainstorm. The roof could use a bit of a fixer-upper. I'm already down a battery. But I did some investing. Not only did I get this tripod, but I did invest in another battery. So, thinking ahead. I would assume like generator room or something. Something to control the power? Trails just go through everywhere, huh? It's hard to really decipher what was what. Maybe this. Yeah, this looks like, yep. Ugh. The electrical room. These are all old electrical boxes. So we had a campfire in here. Burnt log. Only home to birds now. Cool little detail I noticed. That was sawed off. So, this thing was standing at one point. I bet some college kid got the bright idea to grab a saw and tear it down. Well, I guess when you're in college, burning down an old building is pretty much the big entertainment you can ask for. That's the other half. Kissy face, sent to your phone. Alright. Now, a man-made rock building should be somewhere over in that general direction. Wait a minute. Is that it over there? Looks like it's torn down. Well, that sucks. A lot of this is smashed, pushed over. I doubt weather did this. Well, when you're in college, anything seems cool to break, I guess. And also, you're probably thinking, well, how do you know it's college kids, Brent? I don't. But this place is literally right behind the university. Then again, could have been anybody So I shouldn't just point fingers at them. Hey Spencer, think that water is good enough to drink out of? Now, last time I was here, I made a makeshift toilet. I wonder if it's still here. Oh man. Alright guys, as I said earlier in the video, I wanted to share something with you all. Got Taco Bell smeared on this. Oh well, the animals can have that. The past year I've struggled a little bit. Over a girl, of course. My anxiety hasn't been the best with it. I wrote my thoughts all down. I wanted to do this as a way of moving on. I've been trying to process this for a year now. I haven't really spoken about what I'm about to say because of how deep and personal this is. I haven't always been the best at expressing my emotions or feelings through vocalization because of how vulnerable it is. So sorry for theatrics, but it's easier to sit here and write out my thoughts than to be an incoherent, slobbering mess of a man. To any man or woman going through this, you're not alone. Feelings, emotions, especially when it's for someone other than yourself, can be a blessing, overwhelming, exciting, even hurtful, in all the right ways that make us human. But with the right ways also comes the sucky parts. So what else can I say except I miss you. I miss what was becoming us, you, me versus the world. I miss our talks, hearing about your day, your laugh at my dorky jokes, the way we looked at each other, waking up knowing for the first time in my life I was thinking about someone the same way they were too. I miss learning about each other. I miss desiring one another. All of that combined into one amazing feeling that extends beyond that one word. But I'm upset too at myself. Your choice, even though I'm the one who said I would respect your decision to either build something with me or work things out with him. I am happy that it worked out, that you guys didn't decide to throw it all away, especially with the history you both share. He's a lucky guy, and I hope he understands that more than ever. But at the same time, I've been questioning if that was the right way to approach it on my part. What if I said something different? What if I was selfish and fought your hand harder? Should I have made a move, even though you were still together? Should I have gotten you flowers, just did more, took more risks, something? Or would it have made the situation even more dramatic? My mind knows we have to move on. The heart, though, is stubborn, asking these questions whenever I see you. There are a lot of women out there, but they all disappear when I see you. As humans, we're not perfect, but you were and still are perfect to me. So whether you felt the same way back, or it was just a brief acceptance, it doesn't matter anymore. Because it was everything to me. So in closing, I say these words to you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I miss you. And I loved you.